Hi everyone, welcome back to my channel, and today I'm going to be talking about 5 books that I own that a lot of people have read. Some people may consider them classics that I have owned for quite some time that I have not read yet. I have a lot of books on my shelves that I've owned for a long time and I haven't read yet, and I'm working on getting through those. But these are just the first 5 that I saw whenever I got the idea to make this video. Like I said, some of the books are considered classics. Some of them are just really popular in culture today. But regardless, I haven't read them and a lot of people have. And whenever I say I haven't read them, I get a lot of, why haven't you read that yet? Because I just haven't. I don't really have an excuse other than that. So without further ado, let's get into it. The first book is Interview with a Vampire by Anne Rice. I have actually never read anything by this author, but I have many friends who have read her work, that love her work, especially this particular series. I don't know why I've never picked it up. I've actually owned this. I got this secondhand at Second and Charles. It was actually a couple years ago at this point, but I just never picked it up. I can't say for certain when I'm going to pick this up. This isn't like super high on my imaginary list of books that I'm going to read relatively soon. I want to get to it eventually, but I don't know when that will be. But I get a lot of, shocked reactions whenever I say that I haven't read this. So this is why I picked this book. The second book is Emma by Jane Austen, right? Yeah, Jane Austen. I don't know why I thought it was one of the Bronte sisters for some moment. Anywho, I have only read a handful of work by Jane Austen. This isn't one of them, but I do have a lot of friends that have read this, and this happens to be one of their favorites. I am trying to make a little bit more of a commitment to read more of the classics or modern classics here lately. I don't know if this will be anything that I'll get to anytime soon, but whenever I say that I haven't read this book, I do get more shocked reactions. I have had this one for, it's been several years now. Once again, I bought it, and honestly, I bought it because the book cover is so pretty, and it's got one of the little cute little ribbon bookmarks that are in it. It's really cute. I do actually have several more classics that I have read with covers like these, but that is one of the reasons that I purchased it. I'll get to it eventually. I just don't really know when. Another book that I am going to be talking about today is The Outsiders by S.E. Hinton. This is one of those that most kids are actually made to read in school now. I somehow got out of that. I don't really know how I got out of it, but it was never required reading for any of my classes while I was in school, which is funny because even a lot of people who don't read regularly have read this book while I have not. This is a little bit higher up there on my imaginary list of things that I'm going to read just because it is considered a classic. And also, you can see it. It's a really short read. And I feel like this will be an interesting read considering some of the things that are happening in the world today, just based on the blurb in the back. So this actually is pretty high on the list. But again, this is one of those that I get the, how have you never read that book? Whenever I mention that I haven't read it, which is why I chose this. The fourth book that I'm going to be talking about is Brave New World. I don't actually, Aldous Huxley, is that how you say the name? I don't actually know. Y'all, I'm really bad at pronouncing names. If you go back at some of my old videos and you can see, I butcher the shit out of some names of authors and characters and things like that. So forgive me for that. Anyway, this is just, considered a classic. I purchased this, it's been some years ago. I don't know why I've never picked it up. It's not that the subject matter doesn't interest me. It's not that I don't want to read it. It's just, I guess I just haven't. So, but once again, I do have, the few people in my life that do read have actually read this book, and they're like, I don't know how you got away with not reading it. I don't really know either. I just know I haven't read it. Because of my commitment to actually read more of the classics, this one is also a little bit higher up there than some of the other books that are on this list. But yes, so that is why I chose this one. Oh, the lighting is real bad. Oh, the sun came out and it is fucking with my lighting, y'all. And the last book I'm going to be talking about today, The Book Thief. Y'all, I don't know how I haven't read this book because everybody says that this book is so amazing. Again, this isn't a classic, but it is a book that a lot of people have read, a lot of people have raved about. I bought this book I don't even know how long ago. it's been, again, it's been several years now, and it's just kind of been sitting on my shelf. So anyway, I have a lot of friends that either aren't readers or aren't regular readers that have read this book, or the few friends that I do have that actually read have read this book, and I continually get the reaction, how have you not, read this? Because again, I have heard that it is so wonderful. Eventually I'm going to get to it. This is with a couple others on the list. It's a little bit higher up there. It's not like super priority or anything right now. I don't like making actual lists of things that I'm going to read, because then it takes the fun out of it. I want to read what I'm in the mood for. So hopefully I'll be in the mood for something like this relatively soon. But yeah, that's why I chose this book. So those were 5 books that I own that most people have read that I have not. If you read any of those books and want to tell me what your opinions on them were, comment down below. Let me know. I would love to have that conversation with you. And just to get some more feedback as to why some people love these books and some people may not. Kind of tell me which ones I should maybe pick up first versus pick up later. But thank you so much for watching, and I will see you guys next time. Bye.